Chosen ones, are you ready to watch as the masks finally fall and truth takes center stage? Can you feel the power in knowing that their carefully crafted facades are about to be shattered in front of everyone? You encounter those whose polished exterior hides a simmering chaos, masked by charm and an insatiable need for control. They are drawn to power, consuming attention with the fervor of wildfire, feeding on others' insecurities to stoke their own ego. They exude a confident magnetic allure, luring others in, only to trap them within their web of manipulation. They may thrive on gossip, wielding words like knives, meticulously slicing through reputations and relationships to maintain dominance. This thirst for validation drives them to dominate every space they enter, while underlying insecurity binds them to a relentless pursuit of recognition. They move in calculated rhythms, watching and waiting for moments of vulnerability to exploit. Their charm is not warmth, but allure, baiting with compliments and flattery designed to disarm and destabilize. Every interaction with them carries an unspoken weight, a silent demand for you to bend, to yield, to orbit around the gravity of their carefully constructed facade. These are individuals who demand admiration while hiding behind walls of judgment, silently positioning themselves as the ultimate authority. They criticize with the subtlety of a whisper, but the precision of a blade, dissecting others' weaknesses with merciless accuracy, all while cloaking themselves in superiority. You are not easily swayed by such artifice. Your inner knowing shines a light through the cracks in their armor, illuminating the insecurity that propels their need for control. You recognize the patterns, the behaviors carefully tailored to conceal weakness behind a veil of strength. They thrive on hypercompetitiveness, seeing every encounter as a battlefield where they must emerge victorious. Driven by a relentless hunger for self-importance, they drain the energy of those around them, like shadows stretching across the land, casting doubt and stirring conflict to elevate themselves. Their control extends to relationships, where they create alliances not out of genuine connection, but for the strategic value each person offers. You will see them treating friendships as transactions, manipulating emotions to cultivate dependency, and subtly reminding others of their loyalty while quietly keeping score. Their interest in people is merely another tool, another mirror reflecting their perceived grandeur. They twist truths to suit their needs, bending others' realities to fit their own narrative. It is not enough for them to be admired, they must be revered, and any dissent becomes fuel for retaliation. In every gesture and every word, they communicate their thirst for supremacy. Their conversations revolve around their achievements, their struggles, their brilliance, leaving little room for the voice of another. They are kings and queens of their world, dictating norms and rewriting histories, making sure that every path leads back to them. But beneath the layers of arrogance lies a truth that only those with discernment can perceive. These actions are not born of strength, but of a fear too deep to admit. The fear that without these masks, without the constant praise, they might fade into the background, lost and unseen. Your strength lies in your clarity. You see through these illusions, recognizing the truth beneath the polish. Your sense of purpose cannot be shaken by those who live in shadows. Your light, unwavering and true, reveals their games for what they are, fragile defenses built on the sand of insecurity. You do not need validation from those who feed on control. You are grounded in your own power, untethered by the schemes of those who seek to drain your spirit. Your light radiates like a beacon, piercing through shadows that others would rather keep hidden. Those who carry toxicity within are drawn to it, like moths to a flame, not because they seek its warmth, but because they want to contain and control it. They sense the strength and purity that fuels your spirit, and it unsettles them deeply. Their desire to dim your light is rooted in their awareness, though they may never openly acknowledge it, that your energy, your presence, poses a threat to the flimsy facade they tirelessly maintain. They come cloaked in flattery, veiling their motives beneath compliments and half-truths, but their gaze reveals something more insidious: envy and resentment. To them, you are a reminder of all they have denied within themselves, a mirror reflecting their emptiness. They are drawn to the power that emanates from you, but rather than celebrating it, they seek to corrupt it. Their tactics are subtle, like a slow poison seeping into your thoughts, trying to cloud your vision and dampen your spirit. They may question your worth, cast doubt on your purpose, and attempt to weave webs of deceit to entangle you, hoping to make you doubt the very essence of who you are. These individuals rely on manipulation, their words crafted with the precision of a blade designed to chip away at your confidence, to plant seeds of doubt that may one day bear fruit. But you possess a resilience that defies their efforts. Your spirit is fortified, rooted not in fleeting validation, but in an unshakable truth known only to those who walk the path of purpose. They sense that strength within you, though they would never admit it, and it unsettles them. They cannot control what they do not understand, and so they try to break it, hoping that if they can dim your light, they will be free from its unsettling reflection. You are not without protection. Divine forces move around you, unseen but ever present, guarding you against their toxic energy. This protection is not passive. It shields and fortifies, strengthening you with every encounter, every attempt they make to undermine you. Where they seek to drain you, the divine refills and overflows. Each time they attempt to wound you, to leave scars on your heart, you are healed and empowered, becoming even more impervious to their influence. Their words may graze the surface, but they will never touch the core of who you are, for it is guarded by something far greater than any darkness they possess. This path is not without hardship, but each challenge is a tool, honing your resilience, sharpening your faith, preparing you for a purpose beyond what they could fathom. Every attempt to hold you back is a step that pushes you forward, for you rise not in spite of their opposition, but because of it. Their actions become the fuel that propels you toward your destiny, and their efforts to weaken you only serve to reveal your boundless strength. Know that you are never alone, even when they gather, conspiring to bring you down. They may try to isolate you, but divine protection surrounds you, an unbreakable shield forged from the light you carry. This light, your essence, is untouchable, a force that no amount of darkness can extinguish. Stand tall in your truth, chosen ones, for every test they bring only affirms the power within you, the purpose you are meant to fulfill. In your light, they see their own limitations, and though they may seek to dim it, they will only find that it shines brighter beyond their reach, illuminating the path that is uniquely, powerfully yours. You may feel the sting of their words, the weight of their projections, and the injustice of accusations that hold no truth. Yet know this, these attempts to tarnish you are futile, for light cannot be stained by shadows. The brilliance of your true self will pierce through their fabrications, rendering their lies powerless in the face of your truth. Like a diamond submerged in mud, your worth and clarity remain untouched. In time, those who witness your actions, those who feel the warmth of your presence, will see beyond the illusions cast by those who wish to harm you. For lies cannot stand before the persistent truth, and the strength of your essence will always shine through. Their bitterness, however, affects not only you but also the others who orbit around them, drawn by the charm they wear like a mask. They turn their doubts and insecurities outward, infecting the atmosphere with mistrust, a slow poison that taints friendships, corrodes support, and spreads discord. Those who surround them find themselves wrapped in an invisible fog, unable to see the reality that lies beneath their words. But for those with clarity of vision, for those who know the truth of their own worth, this fog cannot bind. You are able to recognize their insecurities for what they are, unmasking the emptiness behind the aggression and remaining unshaken. You are the truth they wish to obscure, the resilience they hope to weaken, and the clarity they seek to cloud. Yet they can project only what you permit to settle within you. Their words cannot take root unless you allow them. Stand firm in the knowledge of who you are, and let their projections fall away, dissipating into nothingness. They may attempt to cast their shadows onto you, but shadows are only tricks of the light. They exist only as long as there is something solid to reflect upon, and you are not merely solid. You are radiant, untouchable by the grasping hands of their insecurities. Over time, the cracks in their facade will become visible, and those around you will see the truth, your truth. Their projections will fade, revealing the darkness within them, leaving your own light to shine unchallenged. They may try to distort the goodness in you, but they can never truly touch it. If you're ready to hold steady in your power, to let your light shine brighter than any shadow they cast, Obsidian Inner Order, powered by Astral Atom, is here for you. Imagine a community that stands with you, that amplifies your strength, that reminds you every step of the way. Light always wins. Together we'll help you rise above and reclaim your brilliance. The link is in the description below. Their arrogance, masked as confidence, has led them down a path with consequences that can no longer be evaded. They've cloaked themselves in layers of deception, wielding material possessions and shallow charms to control those around them, constructing an empire built on illusions. But know this, chosen ones, divine justice never fails. The very universe they sought to manipulate is now gathering momentum against them, aligning every force to bring their carefully woven facade crashing down. The truth, long suppressed, is rising like a tidal wave, unstoppable and absolute. Their downfall is not a distant reckoning. It is already here, silently creeping into every aspect of their lives, tearing away the luxuries they once flaunted. They've used their wealth, influence and status to hold others in their orbit, building a kingdom of followers who are captivated not by love but by fear, not by respect but by compulsion. Yet these things that propped up their hollow kingdom are slipping from their grasp like sand through fingers, leaving them vulnerable and exposed. Their material shields are dissolving layer by layer, and soon they will stand before all, stripped of the power they once wielded so ruthlessly. Chosen ones, you will witness this great unveiling. As their empire crumbles, their charm will falter, their influence will fade, and those who once turned a blind eye will begin to see them in the full light of truth. They will face a public revelation, a reckoning so undeniable that no excuse, no cleverly crafted story can cover the ugliness beneath. God himself will ensure that all eyes are opened, that every shadow is chased away by the light of divine justice. This is not mere coincidence. This is the divine hand working in ways no human force could achieve, pulling their darkness into the light, unveiling their true nature for all to see. Their desperation will grow as their control slips, their allies abandoning them, their hollow words falling on deaf ears. They will try to claw their way back to the power they once held, but every attempt will only further reveal the depths of their deception. God will see to it that their manipulations backfire, that every lie they told to tarnish others' names becomes a mirror reflecting their own twisted truths. In this public humiliation, they will be left to face the consequences of the web they spun, caught within the very trap they set for others. Those who watched from the sidelines, who doubted or feared to challenge them, will finally understand. The truth will break free, spreading like wildfire through the minds and hearts of everyone who once fell under their influence. As their masks shatter, their own insecurities, once buried beneath layers of pretension, will be laid bare. There will be no escape, no shelter, no one left to shield them from the full weight of divine judgment. The exposure will be absolute, leaving them nowhere to hide, no story to twist, no scapegoat to deflect the blame upon. And you will stand untouched amidst this chaos. While they lose what they once treasured, you will remain steadfast, grounded in truth, and protected by forces far greater than any human scheme. Their attempts to undermine you, to drag you into their pit of insecurity, will only highlight the strength of your spirit. God has prepared you for this moment, to stand as a silent testament to resilience and integrity as their fall unfolds. Know that divine justice is unwavering. Every deed done in darkness will be brought to light, and when the dust settles, you will remain untouched, your essence shining even brighter for having endured. Their fleeting glory will be reduced to ashes, while you will rise above, stronger and more luminous than ever. The truth always prevails, and as their false kingdom collapses, your strength will serve as a beacon, a living testament to the unyielding power of integrity and divine protection. The tides are shifting, the collective is waking up, shedding the illusion that wealth and status define worth, piercing through the veils that once obscured true character. No longer can hollow charms and gilded facades hold sway over those who now see with clarity. Society is peeling back the layers, recognizing that the outward glitter they were once mesmerized by is nothing but a cheap disguise for emptiness beneath. Those who have spent their lives amassing material symbols of status, manipulating perceptions to portray themselves as untouchable, now find that these empty trophies hold no real power, no real influence. Chosen ones, this is the very revelation you have felt within all along, the deep, unshakable knowing that true worth emanates from the heart, not from possessions. The world is beginning to echo this truth, validating what you have always known. The facades of the toxic are crumbling, cracking under the weight of their own hollowness. Their once vaunted reputations, built on image rather than substance, are dissolving before the eyes of the collective. The public is no longer seduced by their empty displays of grandeur or their attempts to dazzle with superficial shine. Instead, people are seeking the authenticity, resilience, and depth that only those grounded in truth can embody. As the masses awaken, those who have long hidden behind false reputations are laid bare. Their personas, crafted so meticulously, no longer resonate with those who once blindly followed them. The toxic individuals who once held sway over social circles, workplaces, or communities now find their voices faltering, their influence waning, as others see them for who they truly are. Every manipulation, every deceitful word, every attempt to maintain control over others through image and status has planted seeds of mistrust that now bloom in full view of everyone. Their masks slip, revealing faces etched with insecurity and desperation as the collective gaze turns from admiration to scrutiny. Their charisma, once a weapon to sway others, is now hollow, lacking the spark of genuine connection. The world is growing immune to their charm, no longer swayed by shallow appeals to materialism or surface-level allure. People are now looking beyond the polished exterior, seeking meaning in the genuine, the honest, the grounded. The attention they once commanded is scattering, like a fog dissipating under the glare of sunlight. They no longer possess the power to cloak themselves in illusion, for the world's eyes are now keen, and truth is a light that no amount of pretense can dim. This shift is a testament to the strength of authenticity over artifice. The collective awareness, now elevated, places its value in character, kindness, resilience, and strength born from real experiences, not in flashy displays of wealth or manipulation masked as influence. For you, this transformation is confirmation. It is the world echoing the truth you have long carried within, the validation of your own resilience in the face of their falsehood. You have known that their worth was a mirage, and now the world is beginning to see it too. They who have clung to their crafted reputations now face the world with nothing left to hide behind. The very fabric of their illusions is unraveling, thread by thread, leaving them exposed before the masses they once held captive. Their emptiness is laid bare, and with each passing day, fewer people remain in awe of their facade. They are left scrambling, powerless to halt the tidal wave of awakening that has left their false reputations in ruins. In this great unveiling, the strength of truth prevails. The world is turning toward those who carry real substance, drawn to those who live with integrity, who refuse to mask themselves with artifice. And as the toxic crumble, as their carefully constructed identities disintegrate under the weight of their deceit, the chosen ones will stand tall, recognized for the enduring light they carry. The collective sees now what you have always known. True worth comes from within, untouched by the fading glow of hollow reputations, a light that neither time nor exposure can ever extinguish. They built their worth on fleeting reflections, on the sheen of beauty and status, believing their physical allure and outward image set them above others. Every glance in the mirror reaffirmed their carefully constructed illusion of superiority, as they wore their appearance like a crown, demanding admiration, assuming that charm and beauty were unbreakable shields. Yet the superficial glow they relied on is beginning to fade, slipping away like light retreating from a dimming sunset. The very foundation of their identity is crumbling as the truth begins to seep through the cracks they've hidden behind, demanding that they confront what lies beneath their facade. Their sense of value, once so tightly bound to their physicality, is unraveling, exposing an emptiness they can no longer ignore. When they look at their reflection now, they can no longer find the strength they once drew from their looks, the same looks that once captivated others, silenced critics, and masked their inner frailties. The gloss they believed would last forever is vanishing, revealing the truth that physical beauty, like all things external, is a temporary shell, a mirage in the desert of self-deception. Now, without the constant adoration that their appearance once commanded, they are left to grapple with a reality they had long buried beneath vanity and pretense. As they lose access to the comforts and luxuries that once reinforced their sense of superiority, they are forced to face a truth they had sought to avoid. Beauty fades, status shifts, and superficial charms cannot sustain a hollow soul. This revelation feels like a storm raging within them, tearing down the fortress they built around their physical image. No longer able to rely on appearances to shield themselves from scrutiny, they stand exposed, vulnerable, stripped of the mask that once gave them power. This exposure is not merely an inconvenience, it is a reckoning, a mirror reflecting the emptiness they can no longer deny. For you, their downfall serves as a potent reminder. True beauty, true worth, has never resided in the surface. Your light is not tethered to the transient qualities of physical form, but anchored in the unshakable essence of who you are. While they crumble under the weight of lost superficial comforts, you remain whole, rooted in authenticity that neither time nor adversity can strip away. Your beauty is not an illusion. It is a radiance born from resilience, compassion, and truth. No force can tarnish the essence of your soul, for you are bound not to fleeting aesthetics, but to a beauty that grows stronger as the years pass. Their fall illustrates a painful truth, that a life built on surface and image alone is fragile, like glass polished to a shine but shattered by a single blow. What they clung to with such pride, what they weaponized to elevate themselves above others, has turned into a hollow shell that can no longer protect them. As the world around them shifts and values deepen, they are left with nothing but a fading reflection of who they pretended to be, while the true self beneath, the self they neglected, struggles to find meaning and worth. Stand firm, chosen ones, as their masks fall away. Their downfall affirms the value of inner strength, the timeless allure of authenticity, the kind of beauty that shines from within and cannot be marred by the ravages of time. What you carry is eternal, a beacon of truth in a world of illusions. And as the superficial fades, your light only grows stronger, untouchable by the empty symbols that once captivated them. You are a testament to resilience, to the kind of beauty that can never be stripped away. Let their crumbling facade remind you of your unbreakable core, a strength they could never comprehend, a light they will never possess. The truth is breaking free, a relentless force sweeping away the remnants of deception and revealing the core of reality. Their downfall serves not only as a personal reckoning, but as a powerful reminder for all who bear witness. You have emerged stronger and more resilient, your reputation standing tall amid the rubble of their falsehoods. Throughout the trials, you have held fast to your integrity, a shining beacon of authenticity that cannot be tarnished by the darkness of others' insecurities. Your journey has illuminated the path of resilience, showcasing that true character shines brightest in adversity. The divine has watched over you, recognizing the purity of your heart and the strength of your spirit. Each challenge you faced has only fortified your legacy, allowing it to flourish as one of light, love, and unwavering determination. In a world where shadows once loomed large, your essence has become a testament to the enduring power of truth. This experience underscores a profound truth. Authenticity is a force that no mask can withstand. The layers of deception may captivate for a moment, but they crumble when confronted by the light of honesty and integrity. The time has come to stand in your truth, to embrace the power that lies within your story. Share your journey with others. Let your voice rise above the noise of falsehood. Your experiences are valuable, not just for your growth, but for the empowerment of those who may still be trapped in the shadows. Take this opportunity to connect, to resonate with others who have faced similar trials. Your stories can be the catalyst for healing and strength, lighting the way for those seeking their own truths. Speak out, share the lessons you have learned, and let your light shine brightly as a guiding star for others. In doing so, you not only reclaim your narrative but also uplift the collective, fostering a community rooted in authenticity and resilience.